British Defence Secretary John Healey has resigned from his position in a dispute over spending on defence. In a letter posted on X, Mr Healey accused Mr Starmer's government, that's of course the Prime Minister, of failing to provide the resources needed to defend the country. Britain's defence and finance ministries have spent months negotiating plans for higher spending on the military, holding up the government's defence investment plan since last year. And we're joined by John Bevir, and he's reporting live for CNA from London. John, just that quick read there. Mr Healey, for months now, fighting for more spending on defence. The broader reasons in his battle for defence spending.
Yeah, so what we've heard is, as you mentioned, is very much the Defence Secretary saying there isn't enough money going into the armed forces here in the UK. We have this defence spending review that was going to be published and will still be published. And the Defence Secretary quite simply saying that the money needed for him to be able to remain in the job in good faith is not available. And it's quite as simple as that, he says. Of course, incredibly damaging for Keir Starmer, as you might imagine. But this seems to be a matter of principle for the Defence Secretary, who has worked on this spending review, has worked out the money needed in order for the UK's armed forces to have the equipment they need, to have the training they need, and to have the right number of them as well, with all these challenges facing the country and the world, as he put it. And he simply believes that the amount of money that is being made available is not enough, and so he has resigned on that point of principle.
All right, John, the letter posted on X accusing the Prime Minister of being unable and the Treasury unwilling to commit to the resources needed for defence of the country. So separating the Treasury from the Prime Minister, you suggest this is damaging for Keir Starmer. How damaging is it for him in this division of blame by John Healey?
Yeah, it is hugely damaging for Keir Starmer, isn't it? Because, of course, this is Keir Starmer currently undergoing a slow-moving leadership contest in that we are hearing other members of the Labour Party, the governing party here in the UK, are going to be challenging Keir Starmer to lead the Labour Party and become Prime Minister. It's all eyes on a by-election taking place next week where Andy Burnham, the current Mayor of Manchester, he's trying to get back into Parliament in order to be able to stand in a leadership contest. So all of this hugely damaging to Keir Starmer at this time when he has such a senior politician, someone who previously has been an ally of his, quite simply saying that he can't remain in the job because there isn't the money there. So, of course, those who support Keir Starmer would argue that he's trying to do an impossible job. The UK has less money. Economically, things are tough at the moment. And they need to decide where to spend that money. So where do you spend it? Do you spend it on things like the National Health Service that provides the free healthcare here? Do you spend it on education, or do you spend it on defence? But of course, the Defence Secretary John Healey very much saying that the money was not available that needed to be in order for him to stay in the post. So it's hugely damaging. Yet again, it is another hugely damaging day, another hugely damaging series of events for Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and something that you wonder if it's going to be just yet another nail in his coffin, is how his opponents would hope that today's activity will play out.
Thanks. John Bevir there for CNA from London.